Hey everyone, it's Lee with Mantis Mechanics. And if you're anything like me, you do not have Van Damme-like flexibility. But you probably would like to kick higher, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And in today's tip, I'm going to give you some advice for making your kick higher instantly. So stay tuned. Now this video is inspired because I actually got injured recently. I injured my groin, not too bad, and I took maybe 3 or 4 days off and I'm feeling better now. But I noticed that my groin was tight and I was kicking the bag here and I was going for a head kick and I didn't quite get it as high as I normally do. My groin is still a little stiff. So I remember this tip that I used to use when I couldn't throw the head kick to get my kicks higher. And I wanted to share it with you guys here today. So why should you even high kick in the first place? Well, in Chinese martial arts or in Kung Fu, they have a saying, kick above the heart and you're dead. Must rhyme or something in Mandarin, I don't know. The reason why you want to learn how to kick high is because if you can kick high with power and balance, then it's going to be easy to kick low with power and balance. If you only practice low, and someday you bring your flexibility only lets you bring your leg up this high, or your balance only lets you go this high with power, and you have to go an inch above that, then you may be off balance or you may lose power. But if you can kick head high and be able to put power and put balance into that, then kicking low is going to be easy, right? You want to train over and above what you're going to encounter in a fight. So, if you were going to do preparing for a kickboxing match, for example, and you were looking to do a 3-round fight, you want to make sure that you can go at least 4 rounds, or maybe 5, or maybe 6, whatever. You want to make sure that you can go at least more than 3 rounds. If you only train and you're training 3 rounds, you're not going to be that good when you go into the ring, because you're going to have adrenaline, you're going to have fear, you're going to have all these other stressors that are going to affect your conditioning that you won't necessarily have in the gym. Well, it's the same thing for your kicks, right? If you only practice low, when you get in that street fight, you may be able to throw that kick with power and with balance and all the finesse and all that in the gym. But when you get in a stressful situation and somebody's rushing you and maybe you're trying to kick or move out of the way and kick, and you've only practiced low, it's going to be very hard for you to throw that kick with balance and power. So you should practice your kicks high. I'm not saying you don't practice your kicks low. You need to practice the low kicks too, but make sure that you're practicing those high kicks. Okay, now that I've lectured you on why you should be able to kick high, let me show you my tip for kicking higher than you normally can. Okay, so you're going to grab a bag or a kicking target or whatever you have, and we're going to do this with the roundhouse kick. And you want to make sure that you're doing everything right, turning your body, throwing the hand out, chambering the leg, all those sort of things. Whatever it is, however you were taught to do this kick, there's a lot of different ways out there. However you were taught, this tip will still work for you. So what we're going to do is turn and kick. And right now, and again, like I said, I have a stiff groin, so right now I'm kicking right in here. That's about the limit of my flexibility, right? Way below the normal, but I'm going to show you I'm still going to be able to get that head high kick, because what I'm going to do is as I turn, I'm going to over rotate my shoulder. This is going to turn my hips up and I'm going to be able to get more height out of the kick. So what I really want to do is as I'm kicking, bringing my shoulder down and through. I can still keep throwing my hand back, but I want to turn my shoulder as much as I can so that way I get some more height out of my kick. So it's going to look like this. And as you can see, I was probably kicking somewhere in here, and on the second time I was getting somewhere in here. That's almost 6 inches more of flexibility, and I can feel that in my hips, so I'm not going to try to go higher than that. But I did get some height out of my kick. So the only warning I would say with this is if you were actually trying this in a fight, you do not want to kick at the height of your flexibility, at the end range of your flexibility, because you might lose your balance and fall, right? So if my end flexibility is somewhere in here, I don't want to kick here in a fight. I would kick somewhere in here and below. I want to have some reserve, right? So that I can kick here easily. So I would just caution you that if you were trying to do this, if you're using this trick to kick somebody in the head and they're a lot taller than you and you can only kick at your own head level, then you might not want to use this tip. You might not want to be at the end range of your flexibility when you throw that head kick. You should be able to reach them easily. Maybe if they're shorter than you, you can use this trick and still do that. This is for inflexible people. Like I said, if you can do the splits and you have great flexibility, this will help you get higher. But if you can do the Van Damme split, you don't need that anyways, right? Because you're already able to work at the end range of your flexibility. Now, a word of caution for this tip. Just because you can kick higher with this tip does not mean that you do not have to stretch. I know, you got to stretch out there. There's many benefits of stretching. So I don't want to just be able to use this tip and be able to get here. I want to be able to kick here, right? Right up here above my head level and maybe even higher than that. So that way, if I can kick up here, I'm probably not going to meet too many people that are this tall, right? So I'll be able to kick anybody in the head. I'll be able to kick, well, most people anyways, within reason. And definitely when I kick to the body or lower to the legs, I'm going to have balance. So I urge you guys, don't stop stretching. Sometimes it can be frustrating. Sometimes you think you want to get it to a split. You see all these things on the internet, get the splits in 3 months, and you've been stretching for years and you didn't get the splits. Don't worry about that, okay? But keep moving on. Just keep practicing. Keep getting your stretches. Keep doing more things to get your flexibility. There's a lot of benefits, such as injury prevention, increased performance, and like I said, you'll be able to kick this bag in head high without doing this tip. But for now, you can use this tip until you do it, right? Fake it till you make it, guys. So that's our tip for today. So go out there and head kick your opponent into oblivion. And we'll see you next time here on Mantis Mechanics.